Upon arrival, we found the dad lying on top of his child. We had to take out our nephew underneath his father.
These words will haunt the community of Reiger Park forever. The hero dead is Reiger Joseph, a 29-year-old father who was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting which has left the entire community and South Africa reeling.
They're not taking it very lightly, It's two family members, and it's mothers. They leave children, It's just not fair what happened.
The woman in the video is ward councillor Edith Clayson. She had just visited the families of Ruth and Patricia. There are two victims who were also shot and killed in the same drive-by shooting. This is the story of the victims of the mass shooting which claimed the lives of 6 people in Reiger Park on Saturday, 1 November. Their names are Daniel Balo, Ruth Marey, Patricia Nevenhuisen, Reiger Joseph, Sonto, and Mapaso Median. Welcome back to True Crime with me, Julia. On this channel, we share true crime stories that have happened in South Africa. Today's story is one of the breaking new ones. Please note that the story is currently new and developing. So it is based on news reports, police confirmation, social media accounts, and as such, please note that the report is based on allegations. So let us get into the story.
Galing iman, no iman.
On November 1st, 2025, at approximately 10 minutes to 7 p.m., the calm of Reiger Park was shattered. A silver VW Polo sped through the streets, not carrying joy, not music or laughter, but death, in what police have described as a coordinated drive-by attack. Gunmen opened fire at multiple locations across William Street, Stanbury Road, Regent Street, and Martin du Preez Street. One victim was shot on William Street, 2 more on Stanbury, then 4 more gunned down on Regent Street. One of the victims tried to run, but Mapaso Median collapsed after fleeing to Martin du Preez Street. He died there, on the road. 6 people, 6 lives cut short. Loved ones, friends, parents, breadwinners. They were more than just statistics. The victims are 22-year-old Daniel Balo, 29-year-old Ruth Marey, 31-year-old Patricia Nevenhuisen, 29-year-old Reiger Joseph, 29-year-old Mapaso Median, and a woman known only as Sonto, who died in hospital. These were young people, innocent people. Some were allegedly caught in the crossfire on their way to the shop. Patricia was a mother, Ruth was someone's daughter, Daniel was somebody's brother. Behind each name are grieving families and destroyed futures. As the bodies lay in the street, neighbors and friends rushed out, shocked and shaken. A resident recalled hearing the shots and seeing bodies on the road. His cousin is also currently in hospital.
Currently, at this time, I don't even know if I'm actually alive, if I'm asleep or I'm dreaming, because the first thing that I heard yesterday was that a young man that I knew got shot, and apparently that was around the corner. And 5 minutes later, I heard that both of my aunts were gunned down, and this isn't a case of wrong place, wrong time. No, not at all. They were targeted. They were definitely targeted. Just looking at the proximity, you know, one laying here and the other there, they were definitely targeted, and they almost killed my grandmother as well, because when she came here, apparently these people came back to make sure that these two ladies were actually dead.
Ward 34 Councillor Edith Klassen spoke out with a heavy heart.
They left children. You know, it's just not fair what happened, man. Life's not fair. There's an old granny here now that has to take care of plus minus 5 grandchildren.
While police haven't confirmed a motive, they do suspect gang links. It is believed that the first victim may have been a gang member, potentially sparking a series of retaliations. But why did so many innocent people have to pay the price? Why did neighborhoods full of families become shooting ranges? The police have called this incident hectic. They say 4 crime scenes, 6 bodies, 9 people in total injured.
And the request is very simple. Go and hunt those heartless people. Yes. We have no words to say. It's our responsibility, it's our task to hunt them and hunt them now. I also want to appreciate the commitment made by National Commissioner to bring additional enforcement in Reiger Park. Because the support that is needed here, it's not ordinary support, it's massive support. From the cars, from those that need to investigate, and those that need to trace these heartless people. And therefore, the commitment that has been demonstrated by the National Commissioner is highly, highly appreciated.
The suspects are still on the run, and anyone with information is asked to tip the police, and they can do this through sharing anonymously via Crime Stop on 08600 10111 or the MySaps App. Someone out there knows something, and someone out there can help.
Another bloodbath after a mass shooting occurred last night. We are here, myself and my colleague Tolani, who's running for mayor in Ekurhuleni, to address the community, not like we don't know what is happening here. We've received a briefing. I sat in the briefing earlier on with the National Commissioner, with the Premier, with all heads of departments. I'm always saying too much, too late. We always see all of these resources after the crime has happened. But we are saying within 7 days' time, we're going to come back here to find out what has done. We've put some proposals on the table. What has happened? What do we need to beef up? And how do we stabilize this community?
The community here is very angry, and for the fact that they are willing to come to us and ask for help. They don't trust the police. Come to us and they say they have information. It shows which there are things that have been done that are not supposed to be done. The corruption in this police station is too high. The police officers have turned into criminals. They're part of the gangs. That is why the community feels safe to report to us. So we are emphasizing that SAPS must collaborate with communities for them to curb this case of crime, because they cannot do it alone. They are not resourced and they are not there. The only people that are first-hand respondent in a crime scene is the police.
In Reiger Park is a tragedy. By any metric used anywhere in the world, this is considered a mass murder event. This is considered a mass shooting. Here's why I'm qualifying it as such. Because in many other places in the world, something like this happens and it is a major news event. Everyone across the country is talking about it. Everybody is saying, pray for the community. Everybody is sending their prayers. Rightfully so, because it is an event of mass trauma inflicted on the community at large. But in South Africa, it happens in the colored community. It happens in our community. And nobody's talking about it, except us. And it is because it has become so normalized and it has become a daily occurrence. Violence is taking the lives of many of our people in our communities on a daily basis. And that's why I want to say our community should not be war zones. They should not be places where we are breaking, where we are murdering each other. They should be places of peace, places where we show love, places where we are the example to the rest of the world. Now, this is where many people are mistakenly only going to say that we need more police in our communities. Yes, we do need police. Yes, that is very true. But policing without dealing with the main issue is criminalizing our communities. So instead of focusing on criminalizing our communities, we are not criminals. We should focus on healing our communities, and we must focus on coming together and attacking these social ills that cause this violence, and we must do so together. There's a lot more to be said. I'm angry, I'm heartbroken, and I think many of us are feeling this. But all in all, I want to say that it's thoughts and prayers to the affected families and thoughts and prayers to our communities.
I will definitely be keeping up with this story. But what are your thoughts on this story? Why do you think so many people suffered on that night? And do you think there's a possibility of a retaliation? Because that is what is currently being talked about at Reiger Park, that there is a huge possibility of retaliation. I would like to hear your views. Let's talk in the comments. I will see you guys on the next one. Please stay safe.